If you can make a guy think about you when you're not there, he's going to be all yours. These tips work great at the beginning of a relationship if you're in the flirting stage or even if you think he's not interested. If you can get him to think about you and associate you with the right things, then he's going to want to see you and be with you. Hi YouTube, I'm Amy North. I've been helping girls attract guys for as long as I can remember. And I know that making him think of you when you're not around is the first step. You want to be stuck in his head. Here are my top 4 tips that'll get his mind racing and have him thinking about you all of the time. Number 1, loving locally. Here's a sneaky tip that will guarantee you're on his mind even when you're nowhere in sight. This one assumes you two have already been having conversations. What you want to do is ask him about where he lives, his neighborhood. Don't probe too deep. You don't want to be a stalker. What you want is to know a landmark he walks by every day and make him think of you whenever he sees it. Psychologists call this positive association. For example, a client of mine had this wild story about swimming naked in a fountain that happened to be right by her crush's house. You better believe that they're now more than just friends. If you're not creative, that's okay. You can just say the cool cafe down the street from him is your favorite spot. Tell him he has to try their lattes next time he's around. Drop it into conversation a couple more times, and pretty soon, when he passes by the coffee shop, you'll be on his mind. It's that simple. It seems silly, but I promise you it works. Think of all the places and things that remind you of an ex. These can be powerful triggers to romantic feelings. Anyone who has ever heard their song on the radio and found themselves eating a big tub of ice cream knows this to be true. What we're doing here is making it happen in reverse, building that memory to jumpstart the connection. If you do it right, he'll have no choice but to think of you every day, and he won't even know why. Number 2, the innocent remark. Compliments will only get you so far. What I advise for tip 2 is a bit conversational, but I swear it works. If you've ever heard of guys talking about negging, it's a bit like that. You're going to make a comment about his watch, his shoes, or something he wears every day. It shouldn't be a compliment. Compliments don't stick in minds the way this comment will. Pick an item of clothing or an aspect of his appearance that you have something to say about. Don't tell him his shoes suck. Here are a couple. Where did you get those shoes? My dad is looking for something similar. You have those cute little ears. You love to cuff your jeans, eh? These are all comments that won't quite hurt his feelings, but they will make him think. From now on, before he cuffs his jeans or puts on his shoes, he'll think about the comment and he'll think about you. And if he's thinking about you, you've got him right where you want him. Number 3, the disappearing act. This one is hard to argue with. If you want him to think about you when you're not around, you need to spend some time not around. Don't move to China, but if you're always around him every second of the day, you'll be familiar. And familiar things blend into the background. You don't want that. Absence really does make the heart grow fonder. So if you're always hanging around, waiting for him to notice you, maybe take a few days off. Remember, your presence should be a present. If spending time apart feels impossible, then you'll want to find a way to keep him by your side for good. Lucky for you, I've developed a foolproof method that makes any man stay with you through thick and thin. Go to coachnorth.com right now and watch my free video presentation. Don't let him slip away. Again, the URL is coachnorth.com. Number 4, mystery over history. If he's wondering about you, he's thinking about you. You want him to wonder where you are and what you're doing. This isn't achieved by having an exciting, spontaneous lifestyle, although it helps. The real secret is that you can't tell him every little thing you're doing. If there are blanks, then he'll try to fill them in. If he likes you, it'll make his mind run wild. I find that the more private women are, the more guys want to know what their deal is. And if he's trying to get into your calendar instead of get into your pants, then that can be a good thing. You don't have to be standoffish, but don't be an open book, willing to dive deep into your personal life without provocation. You can still be flirty and friendly without giving away the farm. Think of it like in high school. It's always the new guy or girl that has everyone's heart racing. And if you follow this advice, he'll feel flustered whenever you look his way. There it is, 4 ways to make him think about you whenever you're not around. Do you have any suggestions for what my next video should be about? Some stubborn guy problem driving you insane? Leave it in the comments below and you just might inspire my next video. If you're looking to really get in his head for good, you shouldn't miss my free video presentation. Go to coachnorth.com now and watch it until the very end. I'll reveal my number 1 tip. You can use it on any guy and you'll become the first thing he thinks of in the morning, and he'll see you in his head when he's falling asleep at night. Remember, if you're in his head, you can get in his heart. Thanks for watching.